Welcome back to the Previous Breakfast Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done a lot of very goodies in the BBS Breakfast Show, like you know, and that is why we've gone to comb around the whole of the UK and Europe. But then we found a very good set of people that you need to meet, because this is so important, and this is going to put so much into your pocket if you are going to listen to this. Just calm down now, because I have with me here a group of very, very important people in the studio. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Pedro.
Welcome to the BBS Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Could you introduce yourself to my audience, please?
I'm Christine Korczak, and I'm a member of ISN.
Thank you.
My name is Pomelli. I've been invited here to represent the company today.
Thank you.
And my name is Cici Harding, and I also represent ISN.
ISN. Chris, what is ISN?
ISN is a company that's based in Sarasota in the USA. It's been trading for about 4 years. Came to the UK about 18 months ago, probably 2 years ago now. And it primarily deals in numismatic coins, collector's coins, primarily silver.
Okay.
So that's what we're here to discuss and talk about today.
All right. So this is a company that is dealing in silver, metal. That's silver, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right, and you're selling silver through your shops, right?
They're online shops. There isn't actually shops per se. They're not physical shops. It's an online shop. Every member has their own online shop. That's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Well, let me get this from the grass, from the top of it. Now, this group you guys have, it's a networking group, is it?
Absolutely.
It's a networking group.
It is.
And you started from the US.
The company is based in the US. It's also got an office in the UK, so it's now UK based, and we're expanding into Europe.
And you are the regional director?
No, I was, funnily enough, I've only just been made a director. The gentlemen that own the company, two gentlemen, Matt Barkus and Vincent Roy, and I was a member the same as the girls were when I first joined, and because of success that we've gained in the UK, they've asked me to take over Europe, so I'm here today on behalf of the company.
Oh, that's nice. Can you tell us about this product and how this company is run?
The main product is a numismatic coin, and we actually recommend that everybody gets these. I have been in the company since February, and I've just shown this numismatic coin to a lot of people, and they too have been so intrigued by it that they've ended up asking questions, and now they're in the business and part of the company too.
Why do you guys, I mean, not you particularly, the company, why metal?
There's a market for it. There always has been a market for it. There's a massive market for it in the US. I think over in the UK we're just about beginning to understand it now, and it's primarily because of what's going on with currencies. You know, all countries, the US printing the dollar, Europe printing the euro, we're printing the pounds here, and there's no real value in that paper money anymore. All that happens is when quantitative easing comes into play.
Chris, you just made a point here that I think I disagree with you.
Okay, good.
You just talked about the printing of the currency.
Yes.
Of course. The printing of currencies is always done in order to balance inflation.
Okay.
Right. And the governments print the currencies. And of course, I mean, I'm talking from the layman point of view here. We know that when currencies are printed, they are always valued to the gold or silver.
That's not true.
So all the currencies that have been printed have the value in gold.
That's not true.
Why? Why does it not true?
In 1971, in fact, I'll tell you what I'd like to do, because I know that Cici's done some good research on this.
Cici,
so
you have?
Maybe better if you answer that question.
What did you find out, please?
Well, in 1971, President Nixon decided that we should move away from our currency being relative to gold and silver.
Yes.
And took us out of that system. And basically, what it simply meant was that governments can print as much paper money as they wanted to, without it actually having to be any relation to the gold and silver that the country has.
Yes. So
as a result of that, every time a government moves away from their currency being in relation to gold and silver, you have inflation. So which means things begin to go up, prices begin to go up, and the value of the currency begins to go down. So
are you saying that the currencies that the governments have today are not sort of backed up by the gold or silver?
They're not backed up, not anymore. Not since 1971.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Not since 1971.
Wow. So the governments are just printing according to what they need.
Yes, they print according to what they need. And that's why you continue to see oil go up, food go up, property prices go up. I mean, if you look in about 10 years ago, the price of petrol was about $10 a barrel.
Yes.
You know, it's 10 years later, 2007, you're talking about $135 dollars per barrel.
Of petrol.
Right, yes,
Of crude oil.
of
Crude
crude
oil.
oil.
Yeah, yeah.
So why is that? Because the value of the dollar has went down, right?
Yes.
But the cost of living, the cost of petrol and other things just keeps going up.
Yeah, but Chris, what's the bank doing about it?
Well, okay. So
Go back to when I first got involved in this, because I didn't know anything about this and I didn't understand it. I thought the same as you. I would have agreed with myself.
Right.
So I accept why you agreed with it, because I had the same knowledge. Okay, and there's an old saying, knowledge is power.
Yes, of course.
And there was a very, very good friend of mine who came and introduced me to the business. And what he explained to me was this, basically. He got 3 silver coins. And he told me that in 2012, those 3 silver coins were worth £10 and would have bought 12 litres of petrol. Can't remember the exact figures. Those 3 silver coins today are worth £60. So they'll actually buy more petrol, where the £10 note will buy less petrol. So the reality is that silver, even gold, seems to always hold its value, whereas paper money seems to always go down. So that just made common sense to me. And that's the way, as CC said, since 1971, when Nixon decided to take the dollar from the gold standard, the dollar became the world currency. That's why everything is priced in dollars.
Yeah, and if you follow the trend at the moment, a lot of banks in the UK and across the world all know that the value of the currency is not there anymore. If you look at one of the most secure banks in the UK at the moment is HSBC. HSBC bought $876 million worth of silver.
Yes.
Now, if the banks are protecting their funds by buying silver,
yes,
then it means that the average man should also be doing the same, because basically the currency has no value. If you look at Cyprus, they woke up one day and there's practically, all their savings had been wiped out. If you look at what happened in Cyprus, and also if you look at what happened on the 2nd of October this year in America, if people can remember what happened. The White House closed down.
The government shut down.
The government shut down.
Why?
Because they went bankrupt.
Because they were bankrupt. Is that the reason? Is it not because of Obamacare? No, it's a political issue.
I think
there.
the reality of it is, whether
you can look at it.
I don't know, but he didn't have enough money, let's say.
Right.
Let's say there wasn't sufficient funds to keep the people going.
That's true.
I was given an email just on the same thing. It was about 3 months ago now. Somebody sent it me, and it was in the Times, so it can be checked out.
Yes.
There's 186 saving schemes in this country, and every one of them loses money.
Are you serious?
Yep, every single one.
Are you talking about hedge funds?
No, saving schemes, bank saving schemes.
Yeah. But they have
people will normally save.
Yeah, but they do say in the savings scheme how much percentage your savings would accrued in a year.
Because the interest rates are so low, it isn't even keeping up with inflation.
It's not keeping up.
Plus you've got the cost of the schemes on some of them. So there was 186, it's in the Times, it can be checked out. There was 186, so people are just losing money by saving.
This is getting interesting. I mean,
very.
So where is ISN in this?
ISN, from my perspective, because I'm going to come from the ground floor, which is where these ladies are coming from.
Okay.
I looked at it because I thought, well, I've got a reasonable business in the day, and not only is it an opportunity to make money, because that's what it is basically. ISN isn't an investment company. It's not, it's not FSA registered. We're not here to give advice on investments. Well, I looked at it and I thought, well, I'm going to get a silver coin every month. Now, what would I do with that money? Now, not only am I going to get a silver coin every month, if I refer that to other people, I'm going to make some income from it, from that referral. I can then go and buy myself some more silver, which is going to be worth even more money to me, because to be perfectly frank, I've got no faith in the banks. I've got no faith in the bank or the government.
So this silver, I mean, you guys sell it or you guys buy it and resell?
Each of us, no, we can, well, you can do either. As a retail sale, for argument's sake, you wanted to purchase some collectible coins, you could go onto CC's website, because we've all got our own website. It's a duplicatable website, so if you go onto a website and purchase some, in which case, you'd have your silver.
Oh, CC, is it your website?
Yes.
All right. So tell us how your website works. How do people get to these silver coins?
Well, basically, you just type in www.isncoins.com/back-to-glory, and that will take you to the site.
Right.
And from there, you can buy. You can go to the shop and buy as much silver as you like to.
Really? There's no registration? There's nothing.
Well, you have to register because you need your silver to arrive in your house, don't you?
Yeah, but tell them.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no registration or membership.
There's no
as a retail
but you
club.
as a retail club, you can just buy and it gets to you.
Do you have a membership thing with this?
We have a membership. If people want to join it from a membership point, we call it auto ship.
Yes.
Where people can get involved in the program.
Oh, auto ship, where there's a warehouse somewhere, and you are just the link.
So that you know what auto ship means is if you decide you want to get involved from a business point of view.
Right.
In other words, you want to create an income fund. And then what you do is you join the auto ship program, which gives you a series of websites, and you also get an MS69 collectible coin delivered to your door every month. So it's an actual tangible asset. It's not. We're not asking anybody to consume.
Yes.
We're not asking anybody to buy something that they're going to eat or they're going to tip down the
It's an asset.
It's an asset that people are collecting. So.
It is interesting.
Very.
And the reason why I say it's interesting is because there has been several schemes that have been coming. I mean, networking and wealth creation type of scheme. I have not heard a scheme that is similar to this. And I want to hear more about how do people really get to know your scheme. How long does it take for them to, like for example, when they want to buy the silver, how long it takes for them to buy the silver for the silver to arrive and all that. But before we go into that, I want to take a short break and I'll be back to you.
Economy. We have a very strong relationship between the United States and Nigeria.
And safe for family viewing.
Well, let's say for once I totally miscalculated. Before I knew, they were both coming down on themselves like a surging volcano, man, left, right, boom, boom, boom.
Welcome back to the BBS Breakfast Show. We've been talking about wealth creation, and one of the greatest things anybody needs now, in these days of recession, where it is very hard to get the dollar and to get the pound, we want to know genuine and formidable type of businesses that can make anybody at least some little decent wealth that either you want to retire with, you want to build a house with, you want to buy a mortgage with, or anything. I mean, we all need this money now. I'm the first person that needs the money. So that's why I want to come back to you. I want you to tell us, how do we really get into this business?
Okay, well, if you want to get into it as a business, you can log on to my website, which is isncoins.com/back-to-glory, and you can sign up for that under the auto ship, and you could be a regular saver, and you'll get your silver coins, and you get a shop, and basically all you do is you just tell people the good news.
Yes.
And as people hear the good news about the silver opportunity, then your business begins to grow. But if you don't want to do the business, you just want to just buy and keep for yourself, kind of, you can also just go into the shop and just buy whatever you want. You don't have to sign up as a member or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you have any events you do?
Well, for myself personally, I mean, one of the reasons why I joined the program was I'm very interested in how to get people out of poverty.
Yes, of course.
And so one of the things I do is I run monthly seminars,
okay.
A Back to Glory monthly seminars, where I talk to people about ways in which they can begin to build finances for themselves.
Back to Glory.
Backtoglory.com. So if you go to backtoglory.com, that's all the information about the seminars that I run are actually on there. But the whole essence of it really is really trying to build upon I don't know if you've read the story about the rich man of Babylon, but
yes,
it's basically the story about saving, and if we can get people to save, but save in a way that it has the potential to earn the money. Like I've done my research, for example, in the last 10 years, silver has grown by 570% in the last 10 years.
That's a lot,
right? And it even outperformed gold, right? But I'm not a FSA.
No. You have a point there.
But the point
silver is stable. It's very stable.
Silver is stable, and silver is an industrial.
Of course.
It's used for practically everything.
Mobile
phones,
electronics.
You go out to the shops
planes,
and people are asking you, bring your mobile phone, bring down. They're not interested in the mobile, they're interested in the silver content.
That's right.
Because people have gotten onto the fact that silver is growing in value.
Yes, it's a heat resistance and all that. Now, Chris, what is the message you have for my viewers?
I would say Cece knows what she's doing. She's a phenomenal girl. I mean, I've known her for probably 9 months now. She's building a fantastic business. She's got a lot of knowledge. She's got a lot of information. And I looked at it. I believed it was for me. Take a look. It doesn't cost you anything to look. And I can assure you, she is one of the best people to look after you.
Yeah, what do you say about that too?
And I agree, because I actually introduced CC to the business.
Okay.
And it's just grown and continues to grow. And we would like as many people as possible to have the opportunity to join the business.
Sisi, you have the last say here. What
Well,
do you say to the viewers?
basically, if you want to see yourself in a good financial position in the future, consider silver.
Wow. And that's a big message, a big one from Sisi Harden, the CEO of Back to Glory.
Yes,
yeah?
Back to Glory.
Well, I want to go back to glory too.
Yes, back to glory.
We should all go to glory.
We should all go back to glory.
BBS Breakfast Show. You know, I promised you I was going to get you wealth. And this is wealth. I mean, there's nothing wrong in trying anything you don't know. And I know that when you try it and you're making your own income out of it and profit, everybody will smile. At the end of the day, that's what we want, stability of finance and getting us from one place to the other. You're welcome again to the BBS Breakfast Show. I like you guys that have come. Thank you for coming to our studios.
Thank you for having us.
We look forward to have you again, CC, and see how you're doing. Yes, and hopefully you share some of the wealth with us. The BBS Breakfast Show continues after this. Thank you for watching. We're coming back.
Thank you.